Have you ever wondered how you could participate in clinical trials for anti-obesity medications? Stay tuned, and I will give you some tips on how to get started. The first step is to find a clinical trial that is currently recruiting participants. I recommend you begin by visiting clinicaltrials.gov, a website maintained by the U.S. National Library of Medicine. You can also ask your doctor or a local medical research center if they are aware of any clinical trials that might be relevant to you. Once you have found a clinical trial that interests you, it's important to carefully read and understand the inclusion and exclusion criteria. The criteria will describe the specific characteristics that participants must have in order to be eligible for the trial. For example, the trial may be looking for participants who are a certain age, have a certain body mass index, or have a particular medical condition. If you meet the eligibility criteria for a trial, you can contact the researchers to express your interest in participating. The researchers will usually ask you some questions to determine if you are a good fit for the trial, and they may ask you to come in for a screening visit to assess your health and determine if you are eligible. If you are fortunate enough to be selected to participate in the trial, you'll be asked to sign an informed consent document. This document outlines the purpose of the trial, the potential risks and benefits, and your rights as a participant. It's important to read this document carefully and ask any questions you might have before signing it. Once you have signed the informed consent document, you will begin participating in the trial. This may involve taking the medication as directed, keeping a diary of your eating habits and physical activity, and coming in for regular checkups and assessments. It's important to follow the instructions provided by the researchers and to report any side effects or concerns that you might have. Once the trial is complete, the researchers will analyze the data to determine if the medication is safe and effective. You may be asked to come in for a final visit to provide additional information or samples. At the end of the trial, you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you contributed to the development of a potentially life-changing medication, and of course, and perhaps most important, you will have reached a healthy weight. Now, let's watch a short demonstration on how to access the website. Proceed to www.clinicaltrials.gov using the browser of your choice. Change the status to recruiting and not yet recruiting studies. Enter obesity as the condition or disease. Specify the United States as the country of choice, and select the state, city, and the distance that you are willing to travel. From the left-hand side of the screen, you can further narrow your search. For study type, select Interventional. For funder type, select Industry and click on the Apply button. As you can see, the search results have been narrowed. Please scroll up and down the screen until you find a study or a clinical trial that interests you. Once you have found a clinical trial that you're interested in, please click on the description. From here, you can scroll down the screen to gather additional information. You will also find the eligibility criteria, including the inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria. You will also find the contact information of the sponsors of the clinical trial. Click on the right-facing arrow to show a detailed list of all study locations. Click on Tabular View to further summarize the clinical trial. Notice in this example, the estimated enrollment for the clinical trial is 15,000. And it's open to adults 40 years of age or older. In conclusion, participating in a clinical trial for anti-obesity medications can be a great way to contribute to the scientific research and potentially benefit from a new medication. Good luck. See you soon.